Good morning. My name is Angela Bermudez, and I'm going to talk about problems in the natural world, specifically environmental issues. I will start my presentation explaining to you about what an environment is. First of all, an environment is generally defined as the surrounding or conditions in which a person, animal, or plant survives or operates. From this, it must be relatively easy for one to understand its importance in the prime cycle of life. Since our environment is constantly changing with massive increases in natural disaster, warming and cooling periods, and different types of water patterns, people need to be a lot more cautious with the way they lead their lives in conjunction with the types of environmental issues our planet is facing. Various environmental protection programs are being practiced at the individual, organizational, and governmental levels with the aim of establishing a balance between man and environment. Now, I will explain about the two most current and dangerous environmental issues that require urgent attention. The first environmental issue is water pollution. Water pollution can be defined as the contamination of a stream, river, lake, ocean, or any other stretch of water, depleting water quality and making it toxic for the environment and humans. There are three main causes of water pollution. The first cause is the sewage and wastewater. In other words, inadequate sewage collection and treatment are sources of water pollution. According to United Nations, more than 80% of the worldwide wastewater goes back into the environment without being treated or reused. The second cause is marine dumping. Everyday garbage such as plastic, paper, aluminum, food, glass, or rubber are deposited into the sea. These items take weeks to hundreds of years to decompose, so they are a major cause of water pollution. And the third cause is the radioactive waste, generated among others by power plants and uranium mining. Radioactive waste can linger in the environment for thousands of years. When these substances are released accidentally or disposed improperly, they threaten groundwater, surface water, as well as marine resources. How can we solve this? The first solution is wastewater treatment. Perhaps the most effective way to reduce water pollution is by treating some of the water and removing nearly all pollutants in wastewater via chemical, physical, or biological process before it is reintroduced into the waterways. Secondly, the reduction of plastic. It's known that plastic are commonly washed into the ocean and other bodies of water, which only serves to degrade the quality of the water. And the last solution is water conservation. Without water conservation, we cannot go very far. It is central in making sure the world has better access to clean water. It means being aware that water is a scarce resource, taking care of it accordingly, and managing it responsibly. The second environmental issue is air pollution. Air pollution can be defined as an alteration of air quality that can be characterized by measurements of chemical, biological, or physical pollutants in the air. Therefore, air pollution means the undesirable presence of impurities of the abnormal rise in the proportion of some constituents of the atmosphere. But what causes air pollution? This is caused by the presence in the atmosphere of toxic substances mainly produced by human activities like, for example, combustion of fossil fuels like coal and oil for electricity or rail transport, producing air pollutants like nitrogen or sulfur dioxide. Emissions for industry and factories, releasing large amounts of carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, chemicals, and organic compounds into the air. And lastly, waste production, mostly because of methane generation in landfills. But how can we solve this? The first solution is the most basic solution for air pollution, is to move away from fossil fuels, replacing them with all alternative energies like solar, wind, and geothermal. The second solution is energy conservation and efficiency. Producing clean energy is crucial, but equally important is to reduce our consumption of energy by adopting responsible habits and using more efficient devices. And the third one is eco-friendly transportation. Shifting to electric vehicles and hydrogen vehicles and promoting shared mobility like carpooling and public transportation could reduce air pollution. To sum up, these environmental issues seem to be complicated to solve, since it requires money and some action from the government. It is important to take care of our world, but it does not require great actions. But from your own home, you can do many small gestures to contribute to its protection. The current climate emergency requires that we all do our part to improve the situation. In addition, the idea is that you become aware and that you have to teach people principles and values to take care of the planet on which they live, the animals, the trees and plants, and all natural resources. Thank you for listening to my presentation.